Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to break down one of the hottest SSR Meowmates in Seal of Fate, Lusty. Not only does she have an insanely attractive look, but her skill set also packs some serious power. The big question is Lusty that hidden storm you should be investing in? Let's find out right now. Let's break down Lusty's core offensive power. Her first attack, Discipline, is just a straightforward physical strike against a single target. Nothing too special there. The real danger lies in her Tormenting Desire, which is a devastating AoE skill. When she casts it, Lusty burns 10% of her current HP to unleash damage across the enemy's entire front line. What makes this ability truly unique is how it scales. The lower Lusty's HP gets, the harder she hits, up to a brutal 75% of her final damage output. This basically turns her into a berserker. The closer she is to the edge, the scarier she becomes. And once she reaches 5 stars, Tormenting Desire gains an added Thorns effect, dealing true damage equal to 8% of the enemy's missing HP. Since true damage completely ignores defense and resistances, Lusty becomes a nightmare counter to high HP tanks who normally rely on their bulk to stall fights. This is the first big spike that makes her insanely powerful. But it doesn't stop there. At 5 stars, Lusty also unlocks her signature skill, Blood Sin Carnival. This is where she transforms into a full-on destruction machine. The skill has a special mechanic where her damage scales off both her own lost HP and the enemy's lost HP, creating an ever-escalating feedback loop of pain. On top of that, whenever Lusty's HP drops below 80, 50%, and 40%, she automatically unleashes extra Thorns effects, boosts her HP scaling damage multiplier, and raises the cap on how many Thorns she can stack. This creates a chain of unpredictable, snowballing combos that only get deadlier the longer the fight drags out, especially if both sides are hanging on with low HP. And then comes her Mythic Awaken, paired with the Infinite Ultimate mechanic. This is the part that gives Lusty her immortal reputation. When her HP falls below 40%, Mythic Awaken kicks in, granting her a massive shield equal to 60% of her max HP, while also reducing incoming damage by 50%. This shield lets her tank through what would normally be lethal blows, buying her even more time to keep dishing out punishment. Now, add Infinite Ultimate into the mix. With this effect, Lusty can cast her ultimate skill every single turn without cooldown. That means once she gets going, she keeps hammering the enemy team with back-to-back ultimates, maintaining relentless pressure until they collapse. The catch? You'll need to reach UR 3 stars before this ability fully activates, but once you do, Lusty turns into a monster that just doesn't stop. Lusty is a character with many outstanding strengths, making her a very worthy investment choice. First, it has to be mentioned her extremely high survivability, thanks to the skill Mythic Awaken. When HP drops below 40%, Lusty will receive a massive shield equal to 60% of her maximum HP, while also reducing up to 50% of incoming damage. This mechanism turns her into a monster that cannot be easily taken down, allowing Lusty to hold on and continue dealing damage even in the most dangerous situations. In addition, Lusty has the ability to deal explosive damage in the late game. With the weaker, the stronger mechanic, Lusty's skills like Tormenting Desire and Blood Sin Carnival will unleash their full power when her HP is low. This creates a huge threat to opponents, especially when they become careless and think they can finish her off. This comeback ability is what makes Lusty extremely frightening and unpredictable. Versatility is also a big plus for Lusty. She can take on the role of a bruiser, a tough warrior who can both tank and deal damage, as well as a DPS, main damage dealer, in the late game. Depending on the team composition and situation, players can adjust their strategy so Lusty can maximize her effectiveness, making her suitable for many different team setups. However, alongside her outstanding strengths, Lusty also has a few weaknesses that players need to keep in mind. The biggest drawback is that she requires heavy investment. Lusty only truly reveals her full power when upgraded to 5 stars. Important skills like Thorns, True Damage from Tormenting Desire, or Blood Sin Carnival are only activated at this level. Without enough resources to upgrade, Lusty will only be a decent character, unable to compare with other SSR characters at the same level. In addition, Lusty has the weakness of relying on low HP to deal maximum damage. Although this mechanic provides explosive power, it also carries high risk.
Without the
Without good
shackles,
support from teammates to
I'm not
protect
sure
her,
what I'd
Lusty
make
can be
of you
taken
anymore.
down before she manages to deal the necessary damage. This requires players to build a team with strong protection and healing in order to maximize her effectiveness. Finally, Lusty is not a main DPS in the early game. When her HP is still full, her damage is not really outstanding compared to other specialized DPS characters. This can cause the team to struggle to finish off opponents early, and a proper strategy is needed to extend the battle until Lusty can truly shine. Ideal team composition for Lusty. To maximize Lusty's power, you need to build a team that can both protect and support her. Based on Lusty's Bewitch skill, you should include at least 3 Nocturne Meowmates in your lineup to activate the Link effect, boosting both defense and damage for the whole team. Pair with healing and shielding Meowmates. For Lusty to safely take hits and trigger her defensive abilities, you'll need Meowmates that can heal and provide shields. Characters like healers or tankers are perfect choices, helping Lusty stay on the battlefield longer and fully utilize her the weaker, the stronger mechanic without the risk of being taken out too early. Boosting damage output, combine Lusty with Meowmates that can increase ATK or deal true damage. This will turn her into a true destruction machine. By amplifying her damage potential, you can shorten battles and finish off enemies much faster. Effective usage tips. To make Lusty shine, you'll need to play her strategically. The best position for Lusty is on the front line, where she can absorb damage from enemies. This placement allows her to quickly trigger defensive abilities like Mythic Awaken, shield when HP is low, while also increasing her damage through Thorns effects. Remember, Lusty's real strength lies in her ability to tank hits and flip the fight in the late game. Don't be afraid to let her take damage. That's exactly how she unleashes her destructive potential. However, make sure she always has the right backup from other Meowmates, so she doesn't get eliminated before reaching her peak power. In summary, Lusty is a powerful SSR character and absolutely worth
Without these
investing in
shackles,
if you have enough
I'm not sure
resources,
what I'd make of you
especially when you
anymore.
can upgrade her to 5 stars. With a combination of outstanding survivability, explosive late game damage, and versatility, Lusty has the potential to change the outcome of any battle. If you're looking for a character who can act as both a bruiser and a DPS, grows stronger the longer she fights, and has incredible comeback potential, then Lusty is a fantastic choice. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next analysis.